I want to make this a light reading. What's going on, Theo? Hey, Theo, baby. Okay, y'all, I'm going to ring to bell. I'm at the ring to bell. Oh. Y'all really gonna think a bitch gonna win bananas. Woo. We are gonna be doing a channeling of this comet. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking about, y'all. Let me get this AC up, okay? Because this is coming in hot. All right. Yes, I'm going to be using Tarot of Opposition, the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot deck, and of course, I'm going to be giving the Seasons of the Witch, Beltane Oracle, Zispin. Okay. But I'm interested. I'm interested. I want to know what's going on. Okay? What's going on? What's really good? You know? You got to get into these Season of the Witch Oracle decks. Popping. Okay? They are popping. I love the bee, the honeybee theme. Okay, I love that. And considering that we are in Cancer season, happy birthday, Cancers. Happy birthday, baby. Since we are in your season, darling. And the honeybee or manger constellation is found within the Cancer constellation. Okay. How fitting is this? Okay. So I'm super excited to get in here and oh, a card wanted to fly out. Okay. I'm not before. Oh, I am excited, bitch. Oh, I'm excited because I saw the card, and this is like I love a fresh deck because a fresh deck just off the rip with my energy. I know people like to use their used decks because they have a lot of energy in them, but baby, for me, I have to keep like if I really like a particular set of cards, I have to keep a fresh set because it just rolls with I don't know. Maybe it's the sequence of me um, shuffling and doing the thing, the frequency, the rate of shuffle. It's something that feels good. The cards pop. The energy just comes through them like lightning. And I have new decks on deck, right? But K2 is already here. Okay, I just want to get some tea. Okay. Oh, ooh, child, this is gonna be good. Okay. I'm gonna pull some more oracles after, but y'all, we're gonna have to get into these. You got to get into these Season of the Witch oracles. You got to. Okay. I'm just taking a peek. Oh, ooh, girl, it's a timeline. You know, and for those who are not women who watch me, listen to me, how you doing? First of all, okay, little bell salute for you. Okay, so how you doing? You know, but to the women, honey, Miss K2, Miss K2, Miss Ting has some things to say. Okay, you want me to go into this? Okay, I need to go into this. I'm scared about that. Are you sure you want me to go into the Samham? Are you sure? You said just so you don't be scared. Okay. Are we gonna get one more out of the Beltane Oracle? Just one more. One more. Oh, okay. Two more. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. All right. And then at the bottom of the deck, I'm going to take that as the last card. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. I heard you. I hear you, mama. I do. All right. First of all, Leo season going to be litty. Leo season going to be all kinds of litty. I forecast before even getting into the particulars about the seasons and everything, because this is y'all, we may have to do part 1 and 2. Okay, we may have to do part 1 and 2. Y'all are listen, ain't nobody up and through this reading, and this is the one y'all need to be in. If I was talking about some men, y'all would be in here. And make sure you thumbs up the videos as you watch them, whether you watch them offline or online. Make sure you come back through and thumbs up the videos. I appreciate that, okay? Especially with getting this blessing of information, okay? Through me or any of your favorite readers who do these sort of general readings for the collective. And I was encouraged by Miss K2 to pull also from the Seasons of the Witch, the Samhain or Samhain Oracle. Okay. They didn't want the Yuletide Oracle. They wanted the Samhain Oracle. Okay. So what we got, girl? Okay. What are we talking? Okay, first. Okay. 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 Miss Mamas is not even waiting. Okay. It's a lot for us. I'm getting the gravity of the situation. It's a lot for us to receive from this energy as this comet transitions past us. Okay, and which it will be doing, I'm sure, for quite some time. But I guess they're watching to see if this comet comes into our oracle. Okay. Oh, I'm already getting a whole vibe. I'm already getting a whole vibe. Will I even be pulling from the tarot tonight? Because I'm already getting a vibe. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Do I take all of these? I'm going to take this first one because you plopped it over. I'm going to... Okay. You're telling me to take all of them? Okay. All right. Wow, this is going to be powerful. This is a powerful reading. Okay? This is a powerful for reading. And I got confirmation over and over and over and over again. And I'm so glad that I am following what they're saying. At the bottom of the deck, it literally, of the Samhain deck, it literally said voices. I pulled the most bottom card, but when I pulled it, it's like I got confirmation, and there's 3 people in the voices. Number 42, you add 4 and 2 together, you get the number 6. This is a 6-year per the Gregorian calendar, which is not the only calendar, but I'm sure if we look at other calendars, there's going to be references that coincide. And this literally says, with a tug at the gut, feel them. Okay, with a tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Voices, with a tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Listen to the gentle flickering within your eyes, for this is where they guide. And so that pretty much answered that question. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. What is good? What's going on, BB girl? Child, we might not even have to get to the tarot on this. I wanted to know what Miss K2 had for us, okay? So I pulled from the Seasons of the Witch, the Beltane Oracle. Beltane is Mayday, okay? And then, of course, Samhain is directly opposite Mayday. It is Halloween, or, the opposite season. So, and I didn't pull. I was told not to pull from the Yule deck or the Christmas time deck. So just go with these. I know, very interesting. So let's see what K2 has for us, and if we have more questions. This may be a quick reading with tons of information to ponder, but since it is so close to the Earth's orbit, and is being brought to my attention, I've been watching it via the various astrological. I'm sorry, astronomy societies or whatever, and NASA. So let's see what's really going on. Okay, the spirit or energy behind this comet, what is it bringing to our experience on a collective level? Okay, so the first things first, and I'm reading as they came out in order, so don't at me. Okay, first card out the deck, Earth Worship. Earth Worship. It is a number 7. I repeat, a number 7, which is in alignment with Neptune as it relates to the numerology behind this. Okay. The original, we can also look at the original 7 planets. Okay. It is considered I wouldn't say a number of completion, but a number in which introduces us to the higher spiritual heavens. Okay. Originally, it was associated when prior to the discovery of the modern outer or Saturnian planets. Outside of those, it was originally associated with Saturn. So there's hints of Saturn and Neptunian energy. So bridging some Saturnian energy. Neptune is bridging through Saturn's energy to us. Okay. And it says here, Earth Worship. Until my body is in your arms, I will worship you, dear mother of mine. Until my body is in your arms, I will worship you, dear mother of mine. Which could mean until I rest in this life. There should be an understanding about paying attention to the rhythm of the earth. There is obviously an acknowledgement of the feminine of the earth. Okay. It's almost like I'm getting the energy. I'm getting the energy that K2 is going to be bringing up a lot of significance in the rebirthing and replenishment of the planet. Hopefully it is not through devastation, but it is also through, when we hear the word worship, it is through prayer, petition, focused mind, faith. Okay, it's dimensionally speaking, like if there's any part of you, okay, that is feeling unfulfilled, this is a time in which you need to draw from this space of materialization via Saturn on a collective level, being in the sign of Aquarius in retrograde motion. The ideas and the far out notions from Neptune, in order for them to materialize, to bring some form of identity to what it is that you are resonating with when it comes to being completely and fully encapsulated, encompassed in nurturing energy from Mother Earth. If you walk in the negative of it, meaning that you are in a position of threatening womanhood, because you are threatened by the power of womanhood. I seen an example today from a brother from Chicago in which there was a threat using the words and verbiage and ideals of a Corey Holcomb, that if a woman stands up for herself or even steps over the line, to treat it as if it was another man. But the identification of this particular notion was to serve a purpose, to put women in their place. And this sort of idea is removing you from the grace. We have to stop listening to certain people who have not healed their issues from relationships that they were in. They are judging and accusatory to women, but they're still speaking about past relationships to which they've not went and gotten therapy for. We understand that comedy is something that gives us relief, but it also can hide very dark ideals. Comedy is an art form, but it also is deceptive in that we believe that the person who is making us laugh isn't actually crying, which makes it even more poignant when they're making points. I brought that up because it was the first thing I thought about. Because the same person is of a certain age group, and they talk about the kids in Chicago, and I'm looking like, well, what do you expect the kids in Chicago to be if you are along the lines thinking the way you think? Even though these are not all of your kids, you come from a certain generation that have produced these children here. But yet you want to act as though they're not the fruit that you and people who think like you have bore. So if we were to listen to your line of thinking, then the state of Chicago would be it for all of us. So we deem what you're speaking about to be death, and we want to do the opposite, which is life. Okay? I just wanted to say that word there. All right. The next card out is Goddess. The next card out is Goddess. Number 14 reduces down to the number 5. 5 is the number of change. 14, 5. 14, 5. And it's a goddess. She has a chalice in her hand in front of 3 orbs. There are bees circling around her in a loving way. And there's honey pouring out of the chalice to which she's holding up with her head slightly tilted, in front of a moon and 2 golden orbs, making 3. Make sure to feel it in your bones, for you are what you believe. Baby, did I not just go through a whole cycle? Okay, come through, Goddess. Come through, timeline. Come through, Goddess. Baby, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. The goddess have been speaking to me. They say, listen here, bitch. We need to put you need to get on camera. So let me tell y'all what we've been going through. Honey, we done went and got the Dyson air, the fan, because it's hot in here, okay? That's why y'all hear listen, we getting to it, okay? But the room that you would see me film in, there's a distortion when I have my actual more professional mic set up, and in conjunction with the air conditioner. Okay, I've been fighting with it, and I've been fighting with it. All right, and I'm not gonna fight with it anymore. All right, I believe that there is what's called a recording shield, but I'm gonna start using that recording shield, even though it's cooling the room off, to get back to recording. Okay, to make do with what we have, because it is almost like the goddess is telling not just me but all of us to show up in all of our glory. Okay, show up in your glory. Okay, show up in your glory, so that even on your worst day, it's like somebody needs, like it's your best day. Be your best calling card. Okay, golden skin is what I'm hearing. Okay, embrace golden energy. Meditate on golden light is what I'm getting. Okay, I'm getting a golden orb. I'm seeing 2 golden orbs and a luminescent white orb. Okay, and these beautiful bees all around. Honey is dripping out of her cup. The cup looks like it's silver, but there's golden honey dripping. And she's completely nude. So it's like, bitch, we need you to be glistening in gold ambiance. Like, I also heard there's a company called Perlier, Perlier. They are Italian. You know, they do body lotions and stuff like that. And I believe Fenty Beauty has one too. I could be wrong, but I believe that she came up with like a powder puff some years ago. And I know the company called Rio de Janeiro has like a body oil. And she's like, honor your golden glow. So bitches, get into your gold. Get into it. They're like gold everything. Like, I know everybody said all black everything. Yes, black is always going to be chic. But they're like gold. Like, get into it for the Leo season. Get some gold. I know that I know that's right. I know that's right. In Perlier, they have honey. The reason why I brought them up, they have honey, or it's called honey meal, some sort of honey royal jelly in their concoction, like their body lotions. And they also have honey powder that has a shimmering powder that's like a talcum powder that's not like, that doesn't have carcinogens in it, but it's like golden energy. And this is what K2 is really bringing into form. So I'm wondering if this is enhancing our dimensional switch. But it's like, goddess, make sure to feel it in your bones. Very Capricorn, very full moon and bitch, because Capricorn rules the bones. Yes. And I did say collective, and Saturn is retrograde. I'm like, it's like pinging, ping, 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 okay? Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius. Aquarius represents the collective consciousness. What I don't care where you are, if you here or in Timbuktu, we are all conscious of a similar thing. Even if we see it a different way and speak a different language. Okay? Make sure to feel it in your bones, for you are what you believe. And belief is a theme of Neptune. Did we not just talk about Neptune? How you doing? Okay? Five for me is Leo, bitch. There it is. Mind blown. Mind gone. Fifth house, Leo for me. It's the Leo for me. Golden energy. Sirius. There's messages coming from Sirius. Okay? Let's get into it. And this is, mind you, I'm reading from the Beltane. I haven't gotten to the Samhain. Beltane starts in May. But baby girl, we're speaking about right now. This is relevant now. Okay? Get into it. All right. Number 10. Baby, more Capricorn energy. What? Holla, 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 holla. More Capricorn energy. 10th house energy. Says that it's fertilizing. Fertilizing. Let's talk about it. I see a woman, fair skin tone, maybe European descent. She could be from Mother Russia. Okay? For all the Europeans, you know, there's a couple of honeybees, like they're worker bees, you know, working like they're working. She has a smock on and like a dress with a smock on with a scarf on her head. In Russia, they call it bushka. Bushka. You know, like this kind of woman, you know. She would be, you know, an older woman, all right? She's with her granddaughter. Her granddaughter has coal black hair, and pigtails, red scarf tied up under her chin. Her grandmother has a golden scarf. Golden, again, another theme, tied on her head. So she's giving her golden wisdom. And she has a red scarf. Mind you, the grandmother has on a red dress with a blue smock. The granddaughter has on a gold dress with a blue smock. So blue is something else. And out of the hands of the grandmother, out of the hands, I say, water is pouring out of her hands into a bucket, very much like, the water bearer, giving us very much Aquarius vibes with the number 10, which is in correlation to the 10th house, which is Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. Saturn being what? Retrograde where? In Aquarius. Okay? They give me, I am being theatrical right now. I am. Okay? So, get into it. The tools that they're using, and that she seems to be showing her granddaughter this way of pouring water from her hands into this bucket, just formulating them from her hands, honey. All right, the tools are floating as if they are levitating. There is a shovel, like a hand shovel. There is like a hand pitchfork and a set of scissors floating between them two. A spool of not yarn, but of thread. Okay, and a planter pot with some herbs flying and bees. Okay, and the theme of the card is fertilizing. Number 10. Food is not the only thing that nourishes you, dear one. Be mindful of what you feed your soul. And the 10th house is the house of status. What is your soul status? What do you know about yourself? What connection? So K2 wants us to understand this is a time to be feeding our soul during a time of fertility. What are we fertilizing? What seeds are we planting in within ourselves that will feed us not just for one day, but for a lifetime? I can give a man a fish and feed him for one day, or I can teach him to fish and he will feed himself for a lifetime. What are you investing in? What are you planting into your soul? Whether you are a man or a woman, that will yield you fruits, not just one time, but perennially and annually and seasonally, year after year after year. Are you on a wave right now that is sending you to a place of, and I just got the vision of building up a body like a bodybuilder, a man with two strong arms, muscles, and he's built up. That's really interesting. I'm going to have to play this back to get what I need from it. But I got the vision. I seen it out the peripheral of my my right side, out of my peripheral. And even though I have objects to my peripheral that are like are they're little men objects, but I didn't make out their shape. Their shape inspired another vision in my head, and it was like a man that was standing erect, up straight, but it was like he's building himself up to show strength, the strength of the body. Okay, so fertilizing. Food is not the only thing that nourishes you, dear one. Be mindful of what you feed your soul. What you feed your soul will eventually sprout to show approved, will eventually be your status, will be what we see. It is the fruits of your labor. It is who we know you as, who the world knows you as. So if you are to spout things that you don't truly believe, and you are to believe in things that don't truly serve you, then this will take over your identity. Instead, only feed yourself things that nourish you and not serve as a temporary emotion that leads you to weakness or lameness in overall identity and how we identify you. The next card is number 8. Sign of infinity, the number 8, The number 8 is akin in numerology to Saturn, okay, in numerology. In astrology, we reference this to the 8th house, which is representation of Scorpio. But in numerology, is connected to Saturn, okay? And this number 8 card, it says embodiment. It is a woman who is of mature age. She is, I would say, Caucasian, European. much older in age. She's balancing a honeybee on her finger. And mind you, I'm giving y'all this number 14. The first two cards were melanated women. The first card looked like a melanated woman of Asiatic descent. The second card looks like a melanated woman, I would say, of Afroid or native descents, of kinkier textured hair that has some hang to it. And so the third card, of course, I gave that description. And then the fourth card is a woman who is of the same description of the third card. She may be the same age or a little bit older. She has completely silver hair, and it is still that Vidal Sassoon level hair, okay, because it's very much giving us body wave realness, okay. She is balancing a honeybee that has full wingspan on her fingers. She looks like she is nude in a garden. All of her bits and parts are hidden, okay. That doesn't matter, you know. She is like in a grassy area, and it looks like she's amongst mushrooms that have the like look of strawberries, but the mushroom tops, not penis heads, but mushroom tops. I have to say that for the filthy minds and minds as well. But they look like strawberries, but they're red topped mushrooms. And so she's here. It looks like something I would see if I was tripping on mushrooms, but that's cool. And it's the number 8 card. It's called Embodiment. And it says here in the foliage or color scheme is golden, and colors of various colors of gold, even some peach tones, okay, various colors of green, all the way from my favorite green, which is like a mint green, to my other favorite green, which is like a emerald or green blue emerald green, to like a hunter green or a forest green. And the red is like a cherry red to like an orange tomato red with golden specks on it for the mushrooms. And it says here, embodiment. Now, unsown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby steals my pain as the skies bleed for my heart, and the embodiment I am to claim. So they saying, baby, say what you are. Like the sky, they've been waiting. They're waiting for you to affirm who you are in your full nudeness. You're not coming here clothed in what you think you should be, what society wants you to be, male or female. It's not about that. It's in who you really identify with. When we strip you of everything and you actually see that, oh, I'm beautiful, male or female. I didn't need any of these other accoutrements. And no matter what age you are, signified by the person in the card, you're being birthed to become and to acknowledge who you are. Now unsown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby steals my pain, stops the pain, the pressure, as the skies bleed for my heart, and the embodiment I am to claim. Who are you supposed to be? Who are you? Have you been standing in your power? This is the time to claim it. We are here, is what they're telling us. Stand in who you really are. It's kind of like I got the image from The Wiz when they defeated Evelina, right? And everyone unzipped themselves from those sweatshop suits. Like they was dancing, you know, like that. Can you feel a brand new day? You know, like that song right there. That they were singing in The Wiz. And I still have an idea about a play on that play. But yeah, that's kind of the song I was hearing. Can you feel a brand new day? Yeah, that's it. Like, can you feel it? It's I gotta reshare that when I did that like video still of them when they finally understood that they were free from what images that people wanted them to be. These ugly characters, these ugly behaviors, having them work for a sweatshop, having them work for something that did not serve them, that calloused them, that made their feet calloused, their hands calloused, their hearts calloused. Their skin calloused. And you're being led to unzip yourself from this and truly embody what you were meant to be. This is the message coming from K2. Bitch, no, I am not high on K2, bitch. I am trying to climb this mountain that is a K2 mountains in the Himalayas, right? I'm trying to get to the top because that's what goats do. Okay? I'm completely sober. And if you didn't know, you know, K2 is like, I don't know, is K2 a part of the Himalayan Sri Lankan mountains? Or is that another set of mountains? I don't know. I'm very familiar with some of the different sets of mountains. Or is K2 in Africa? On the continent of Africa? I think it's a part of the Himalayan mountains. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's time for you to fully embody who it is that you were meant to be. Who it is that you believe that you are at your core. The person, not what you believe you are now to survive and to deal with what hurt you prior to life telling you that you had to be hard. So you actually can embody something that is so magical and so strong that you don't need to be hard because it defeats anything that is of weakness and of lie. Okay? It's time to become unsheathed. Yes, ma'am. The next card is number 20. It is the number 20. It is the number 20. Synonymous with the number 2, which is synonymous with the second house. We're talking Taurus energy. Yes. Okay. And I find it interesting because we have a woman of pale complexion. She may be, I would say, East Asian, more of the Oriental Asian persuasion. All right, she has a part down the middle, not quite two ponytails, hair draping down each side. There seems to be like a sun or a halo of sunlight coming from behind her head. She is standing, giving us side profile behind that sunbeams that are around her head. It's like gray light, so we're coming out of the gray skies. Everything's around the head, like the way we're thinking. And there's this golden light orbiting around her head. Her hair is like there's a honeybee on the side of her cheekbone. Okay? I'm not able to see if honey is serving us high cheekbones, but she has a honeybee that's on her side of her cheekbone or her cheek right next to her nose, kind of in alignment or parallel with her nose. Hair is hanging down. She has various stars shimmering in her hair of gold and orange coloring. And this is speaking to inner power. Generating inner power, okay? Let it be known, no will or desire is more powerful than I. Embodied. Baby, this is a whole other card. The card we just came from is number 8 that said embodiment. Huh? The card we just came from said embodiment. Yes? It's number 8. We're on number 20. Okay? And just in case you are new to understanding what oracle cards are, they're you know, labeled, they're numbered. Okay? We are 12 spaces from the 8th house. Okay? We're 12 spaces. We're a whole zodiac wheel. Okay? Okay? All right? And so, what would that put us? That would put us in the 4th house if it was the zodiac wheel from the 8th. So it's like a 4th house card sequence. You know what I'm saying? Going back to Cancer season, bitch. Look. Listen. Listen to the kid. Connect the dots for y'all. You know what I'm saying? K2 is doing too much right now. And no, I'm not high on K2. Okay? So let's get into it. Inner power. Let it be known. Let it be known, bitch. No will or desire is more powerful than I embodied. You got to step into your full power. You need to put on the armor of God. Yes? Hallelujah. Put on the armor of God, okay? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay? And now we're finna step into the number one position of the Beltane Witch Oracle, the Seasons of the Witch, the Beltane Oracle, ma'am. And she gave us B. Number one, B, B-E-E. The Supreme Bitch, okay? This is a young woman. She's melanated. She has her hair coiffed. She has her hair coiffed, okay, right there, the little sideburns. She giving us like S-curl realness. She has a flower crown on, signifying she's that bitch, period, okay? She has 4 honeybees, one on her finger. That's a theme here, the honeybee to the finger, okay? Because honeybees will land on you. And honey, she has bee wings. Oh, mama has a fur. Not the boots with the fur. She got the outfit. With her back out? Okay. Come through, bee fashion. With the bee wings. She's everything, baby. She's giving us everything. She's giving us all of it. Yes. She looks like she has a golden orb surrounding her head in a field like there's darkness and now there's light. There's the sun. She's giving us side profile but giving us her back. Like her back is turned to us and she's giving us one of those very cunty side orbs to let you know that the bone structure is everything. She's giving us neck, she's giving us back, and she's giving us a very coiffed roller set, okay? She's giving us the business, honey. She has a flower crown on and I'm living for it. Is this like a little fur bolero that she's giving us with the honeybee print? It's like a little golden fur bolero jacket. And she's very much giving us an A-line piece under it. I wonder what the material is. Oh, it looks like it's velvet. Velvet and fur. No, it may be chinchilla. Okay. Okay, mama. Well, you know what? To be earth friendly, it's probably not chinchilla. Okay. All right. No animals were harmed in the making of this. Maybe some egos, but not animals. Unless those egos are attached to some animal-like instinct and someone who's out of alignment. Then we very much slaughtered some of those things today. Okay? And she's in a field of goldenness. She's surrounded by love. And she's surrounded in her power. She's orbiting all the way up. And the number one card, the number one bitch, you know, my life purpose, honey, they said this is what I was supposed to do. I came in this world like a number 3, right? With the 7 expression. Number 7 expression. It adds up to number 1. Okay, so they say, you know, be that bitch, all right? And in other words, you need to be that bitch too, okay? Amen. Says here, don't drink all of life from one flower, for there are many to taste and many to explore. You need to be about your business. Don't allow one no to stop the show, okay? There are many to entertain. There are many to be entertained. Go where you are celebrated and not where you are tolerated. Okay? And stunt on these bitches. Her wings are impeccable. Okay? She's giving us very much, I would say she's giving us about a 3 to 4 footer wing. So an 8-foot wingspan coming off of, you know, her nicely draped bolero. She's serving all of us. I'm telling you, she's slaying the game out here, okay? Period, all right? But this is the Queen Bee, all right? We celebrate this. This is about you stepping into your power. So what we are learning from K2 and from my antics is that I do this sober, okay? This is without the book. This is the first time I cracked open the deck. It is completely without the book, okay? So this is me giving it to you because, honey, Cancer season came in and hit us with all kinds of golden, luxurious pixie dust, and I am here for it, okay? I am here for it. And she told us to be the Queen Bee or the HBIC, the head bitch in charge, okay? Yes, ma'am. If you are a man, translate that to how you need it to be. The goddess is here. And obviously, if this is the type or archetype that you're looking for, then you're going to have to be standing in the corresponding archetype that is in connection on some emperor, empress type of energy. No more of this page and knight trying to talk to queens and queens getting desperate and entertaining knights and pages. It's time to step it all the way up, okay? And time for us to be what it is that we say we are. Encompass it, all right? And to nix out, and nix literally means night, the void. To nix out, yes to the goddess, any type of rhetoric, talk, and energies that do not support us elevating to our highest calling, that tries to give us blockages based on one's faulty rationale as to what is beautiful, what isn't, what is and what isn't. We tell you what is. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. We tell you what's fashionable. We tell you what's popping. What did Miss Miranda tell y'all in The Devil Wears Prada? We in this room decide what you find fashionable. Okay? All the way down to that tacky sweater at Dress Barn in the bargain basement. Okay? We decide what you find attractive. Thank you. Now let's move on to the next set of oracles. All right. Now, we just got on a high. I promise to not make this a roller coaster dip. But this is about what we need to release, especially during the waning moon. I just thought of that as I was about to say it. Okay. We have a young lady. This card is in black and white. All right. She has these ropes that are tied to what looks like a puppeteer. She's sitting in a chair and she's tired of being tied to this puppeteer. She's tired of being puppeted. And the card is number 20. Going back to Taurus energy. And it's labeled grief. It's labeled grief. Miss K2 is letting us know that this grief is not going to be tolerated. And it's something that we need to release. Let's get the message. It is but a mere glimpse of nothingness, hidden away deep within the chambers of your mourning. And mourning not in good mourning, but actually mourning something. In the red clovers birthing lost illusion. It's time to realize that we are grieving, but not to stay within our grief. To make sure that we are not being puppeteered by the strings of what could, and instead let's lean towards the beginning of what we were told of what can be. We can't keep going back over what could have been, what should have been. No, it is the way it's supposed to be, the way it was meant to be. The original oracle said no matter whether she was a mere young maiden or a young baby girl or baby boy, or it was an older mature woman or mature man, you are still able to unenvelop, and stand in your power and your glory and receive your gifts and be fully embodied in what it is that you always wanted to be, always wanted to desire. So this grief is not a part of this plan. So I say from the full moon, which took place in Capricorn, until the new moon, hallelujah, in the sign of Leo, let's work through this grief collectively. We're tired of being pulled by puppet strings. Let's let that go in this new dimension of understanding and awareness that we're splitting off from. Not saying that we won't have things to grieve in the future, but we can start to build the tools and put those tools in our toolbox to help us deal with things with grace. Okay? And ease. As much ease. The next card out giving us very much the number 2. Again, it actually is the number 2. The next card out is number 2. It's the number 2 card. And it says altar. There are 4 giving us very much Cancerian energy. 4 candlesticks with 4 golden orbs around them, symbolizing the light from the candle, the fire. There is a skull on the table. There's a set of stones on the table. There is a bell, okay, on the table. There looks like to be an awning of fall time leaves. There are pumpkins. Looks like the tune of, what I can see are at least 6 pumpkins, and there's a lantern on the floor. Okay, giving us very much magician slash the hermit vibes. Okay, and it says altar, a sacred devotion, a worship skin, deep rising from the ash, the waters you keep. A sacred devotion, a worship skin, deep rising from the ash, the waters you keep. Water is embodiment of emotion, of memories. It sounds like we are a worship skin, honey. Wait a minute. So are we developing skin from the ash? Are we invocating? Are we rising some up from the death? Are we reanimating something from the past? Are we resurrecting something that was dead? Then a bitch. Huh. Who knew? Let's hit the bell on that. Okay, who knew? Who knew? My mama is falling out over here, y'all. We are going to the altar, okay? Take me to the altar. Okay? We going to the altar today. All right? Get your ancestor altars together. Okay? Get your prayer altars together. Get your angel altars together. Go to the altar and confess your sins, okay? Talk to God, okay? All right? You said take it to the river. Oh, take it to the water. Huh? Okay. I'm telling you. Take it to the altar, y'all. Take it to the altar. Huh? Get it together. Okay? All right, the next card. Are we ready? The next card is number 34. 34 adds up to number 7. Okay, we've already talked about the number 7. Yes, at the beginning of this video. Miss K2 says we need to become rooted. Not only did Miss K2 say we need to get through the grief, we need to take it to the altar. Because a great resurrection is underway. And we need to get rooted. Okay? We need to get rooted. We need to get tooted and booted. Alright? Alright? Zooted and booted. Okay? Because, you know, I just thought about, when I said tooted and booted, I thought about tooting up, you know, with these bad boots on like Mary J. Blige, you know, serving the girls. But I'm thinking that we need to get zooted and booted. And we need to get rooted, whatever that means for you. But it's the number 34. There's a woman here. She has red hair. Her face is kind of downcasted. All right. She is amongst these trees. Looks like she's somewhere, just judging by, you know, her effigy in the Black Forest in Germany, honey. Girl, perk it up. All right. She has red hair. It's long. She's very much giving us, you know, someone who is sick of it. Okay, and trying to get us up together. But she's giving us very fashionable lines. I appreciate that. But it's time to get rooted. Okay? It's time to get planted and get in connection with your roots. Fun fact. My sun sign, yes, you guys know I'm a Capricorn. I claim that I'm a cusp between Sagittarius and Capricorn. My sun is Capricorn, but my sun is conjunct Neptune, which is Sagittarius, in Sagittarius. So I sit right on the cusp. As a matter of fact, my sun is jumping out of the 7th house into the 8th house. And my 7th house was ruled by Sagittarius, as is going into the 8th house. So I have reasons why I claim a cusp. I have other mathematical reasons why I do. More astrologically significant reasons. But I get it. The whole point of me saying all of that is that when I compare this to Vedic astrology, right, they do have your girl as a Sagittarius in Vedic. Listen, I fully accept my Capricorn energy, even though I do love the power that I get from the Sagittarius placements, okay? However, the nakshatra of my sun sign is Mula, and the goddess or the god of Mula is Niriti. Niriti is also synchronized with Kali. And Mula, spelled M-U-L-A or M-O-O-L-A, speaks about a bundle of roots. It is considered a K2, K2 in astrology, K-E-T-U, as opposed to K2 the asteroid or K2 the mountain, which is a K and a number 2. But K2 or South Node would be what these particular nakshatras or the nakshatra Mula is a part of. I believe the other Mula nakshatra is Maga and is Ashwini. I have 2 out of 3 of the K2 South Node ruled nakshatras. So I'm very much a K2 kind of girl, you know. So I feel, you know, connected now that I went through that whole qualifier of why I'm the best priestess to speak on this. Okay, take it how you will. Rooted. It's time to get rooted. It's time to understand what your roots are. All right. Says here, may you never tear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being. Hallelujah. The soil of your soul. Okay? Come through. Get into it. Get into it. Okay? We almost done. You gonna pull a couple of muse cards for us or not? Oh, so you're not gonna give us none of it? You ain't giving us none of it? Not a bit, not a little bit? Okay, let's move on. All right, so may you never tear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being. The soul or the soil of your soul. Don't tear away your roots. Get in tune with your roots. Find out who your ancestors are. Be proud of who you are. It is your cosmic duty. I don't care what kind of new age stuff you talking about. Your ancestry is a part of your crown. I don't care if it's who you want to date. Your ancestry is a part of your crown. And we like quality ingredients around here, mama. Okay? So get into your roots. It is through your roots that we can till the soil and start to grow perennially and fully your true embodiment. Be a representation of your roots and get rooted. Okay? All right. The next card out here is 32. Huh? It's 32. Mama is sitting in a chair, honey. She's in a full-on, like, it's from, like, the Victorian age when they was mourning over people, and they had to wear these, you know, black gowns for, like, I don't know, was that 6 months or a year after they was mourning or whatever? And she's in front of a mirror, honey, okay? And she has an orb in her hands looking like it's a moon, and it's saying here the card is number 32. It reduces down to the number 5, giving us very much the Leo-esque energy. We're getting Taurus, Leo, and Cancer up in here. And it says reflection. Reflection. Very much to what happens when the sun beams off of a mirror. It reflects back the rays of the sun. Or in your case, your sun, your identity, what is reflecting back to you. Be wary or wary of things you believe to see with eyes wide shut. Let me say that again. Be wary of the things you believe to see with your eyes wide shut. For they are mirrors of the mad, and truths only spoken with a bleeding tongue. Honey, a split tongue. You done bit your tongue. You angry that you bit your tongue. You didn't speak your truth. The tongue is bleeding out. Just like your ego and your reflection, it is reflecting back to you something that is not a truth. It is something that you believe with a broken heart. Okay? It is what is mad. Don't allow your mad tongue to have you speak with a split tongue. What is your energy reflecting to you? What is it that you need to look at so that you can take off? This is speaking to me right now, baby. What is it giving? What needs to change? Now, number 3 and number 2 together, number 5 is a number of change. It also is the number of the human body that is subjected to change. Change is the only constants in life. Yes? Well, how do we direct our changes? Through us looking at what is reflecting back to us. And instead of externalizing what we see reflected back to us, let's take some stock in what's being reflected and say, wait a minute, am I the one shining the light out and everyone is just giving me back what I'm putting out? Even if it's unfair, is there a part of me that says it's okay to treat me unfairly? Or am I treating other people unfairly? Because I'm walking around with my eyes wide shut. We almost done, Mama. Let me finish serving the people, okay? It's almost done. Y'all, she ready to go. We got real business to take care of, okay? This is real business too. Count yourself lucky, all right? The next card, we're almost done, is a number 33. So we came off of number 32. We're at number 33. And we at first talked about, with number 33 is number 6, and that is a Venetian number, but it also can speak to the 6th house, which is Virgo. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to need some Virgo energy to properly do a ritual. There's a woman in black surrounded by orbs of light. 33 is a number, a master number. Okay? It is the double octave of the number 3, if you want to look at it from a life path assignment. And it says here, can you feel them? Right after they told us to look at the reflection, honey. But it said here, can you feel them? Wild creatures linked by the very blood you will spill into your craft. The creatures you are forming and that are informing your life are coming from what you put out in the universe. Your craft. A ritual of dedication to self. And those whose gazes hold fire, but whose whispers carry you softly through the unknown. This is talking about getting in tune with your nature, but more in your nature, the people who came before you, your guides, those who walk with you, those who help supplement your inner light. Becoming in tune with that. This asteroid, this K2 energy is bringing a lot of ancestry energy. A lot of ancestry energy here, okay? A lot of master level energy. So it's time to be in our rituals, honeys, chickies. It's time to be in our rituals, okay? It's time to be releasing what we don't no longer need, but to be communing. And let me tell you something. I'm waiting on a new tablecloth for my altar, and I'm decking it out. I'm going to step up this altar for my ancestors. You may want to consider your own way of honoring your ancestors and those who are beloved to you. Okay? But it's time to get into your ritual. Get into the energies walking with you. And it's a powerful time to power up for your identity, for yourself, and for you to identify your tools in this world. Okay? Get into it, baby. We're almost there. We got 2 more. The next one. Now we just came through 32, 5, 33, 6, and now we are at the number 30, which is the number 3. The card is called Pumpkin. Pumpkin for a pumpkin, like a pumpkin patch. You know, Cinderella, her carriage came from a pumpkin. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, pumpkin. You might want to look up the spiritual meaning, a magical meaning, or properties of pumpkin, might I add, okay? It says here, uncaging the spirit within, thou the fertile power you hold. To taste your buttery velvet upon your tongue is a gift I shall cherish each day that comes. Uncaging the spirit within, thou the fertile power you hold. To taste your buttery velvet upon my tongue is a gift I shall cherish each day to come. It's time to come out your pumpkin. Okay? It's time to bust the fruit wide open. Don't take that literally, be out here busting it wide open for anybody, okay? Calm down. All right? I know that the number 3 life path is very entertaining, okay? But let's keep them cheeks somewhere that's appropriate, okay? Unless the spirit just hits you and the city girls come on and it hit you just that right way and you got to twerk on somebody's head like. But until then, you know, constrain yourself. Control yourself, all right? But definitely get into what makes you luscious. what makes you nourishing, what makes you full of life. Okay? Honey, they said buttery velvet. Is that velvet? I mean, come on. Get into it. Yes. See, even the cars, baby, K2, Miss K2 did not come here to play. She said, you need to know that you are all of that. You are velvety, buttery smooth, okay? Delectable to the taste. So don't be out here selling yourself short. Number 3 is all that in a bag of chips. Number 3 is the number of Jupiter. It's expansion, okay? I'm not talking about what Jupiter was doing when he was expanding his seed on Earth, okay? Because I'm not marrying a Jupiterian man in this lifetime. I'm telling you, I love Jupiter. I do. I respect Jupiter. But Jupiter on Earth was something else, okay? Something else. But Jupiter brings the coinage, all right? Jupiter brings the coinage. At least make sure the person or the things that you are doing are generous to you, and that you are generous to it. By first being generous to yourself and knowing exactly what your worth is, okay? And demonstrating it. And the last card of the deck is a number 5 card, but it's number 41, the veil. She done blew the candle out, honey. She got on a bride outfit. Like, is this the bride, mama? Is this? She's not the corpse bride. She's not the corpse bride. She got a veil on, wedding dress, honey. She done blew somebody's light out. Okay. All right. So that's interesting. The veil. It's quite possible your eyes have become the fog in which you dwell. A half-swallowed glimpse of all that you truly are or can be. That the tears you bleed are ready for the storms to turn the skies inward. It's time to lift the veil, baby. All right? It's time to change out of the dreariness. It's time to put that thing to rest. You know, it's time to stop being married to this outdated principle that doesn't serve you. Married to things that don't bring you light. That's blowing your flame out. Okay? And matter of fact, her wedding dress is dingy. First and foremost, I'm not trying to be wearing no dingy ass wedding dress. Okay? She been sitting up in this thing looking crazy at Base Motel. Y'all, don't be around here looking crazy in somebody's wedding dress, crying over shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It's time to take the veil off to see who you really are. It's time to divorce yourself from that which keeps you in a state of dreariness. And it's time to reintroduce yourself to life. Okay? So K2 is going to be also doing some unveiling as well. This planetary messenger or angelic force that's coming through that will be absorbed by the sun at some point, I'm not sure, in our lifetime. That's if it doesn't hit the earth. Okay? So anyway, don't be worried about that. God's plan. But until we understand it a little bit more, it's time that we realize the truth of situations. From now until the fall, well, it's going to kick up around the fall equinox, but I would say through to All Souls Day, or right the day after Halloween, there's going to be a great unveiling, a great truth that will be coming out for everyone. So there's going to be some stuff coming in and coming out. And the whole time you may have been living for a false concept that did not serve you. The last message that I'm going to state today, overall, is number 26. That equals up to the number 8, which is an infinite number. And it says here, morning dew. Not morning like we're mourning, but actually rising, but morning dew. Number 26. What stillness does the silence of one's steadiness bring? This is about getting in tune. Get still in your spirit and listen to the messages. Open up not just your third eye, but also the eye of your heart and your throat chakra. Listen to what it is that you're saying. And from there, you'll be able to fine tune the temperature. You'll be able to understand what it is that you are feeding yourself. And it will give you commune with yourself and command over yourself. It's time to take back a lot of the control that we've been giving away for thousands of years. Okay? K2 is the mark of the coming age. All right? And in this dimension or timeline that we've jumped in, there's a lot. But there's a lot that we're going to have to cut away so that we can see a really beautiful harvest this fall around the fall equinox, right between Virgo and Libra. It's going to be magic, people, pure magic. But that's what K2 has to tell us. K2 is going to be orbiting or traveling for quite a bit, okay? But for it to be visible to the earth on the 13th and 14th in the middle of Cancer season, right before the season was over with, I knew that this was going to be a magical season. It's been up and down emotionally. It has been waves upon waves. And, you know, I've been surfing. So I hope that you're able to get your core strengthened by these waves and you're able to show up for Leo season and, you know, see that brand new day, you know, from the Wiz or whatnot. And you're able to let these things go that don't serve you so you can be the number one HBIC. Or you can cuff the number one HBIC in your world, okay? This is your girl, Nala-Ife, signing off for Nala-Ife Talks Live, unscripted and off the chain. Mwah. Love y'all, and I'm signing off. Peace.